So if you're wondering what video camera to buy, it's a question that a lot of people ask themselves. Maybe this is a first-time camera purchase. Or maybe you've been in the game for a while and you're looking to trade up or grow your camera collection. And that's where our guide to the 5 best video cameras you can buy for this year comes in. As always, all the links to products you'll find in the description below, and let us know in the comments which gadgets you'd like to see in our next videos. Number 5. The Canon EOS R5. First on our list, the Canon EOS R5 made headlines as one of the biggest offerings for displaying 8K video and made fans thanks to its compact body and aggressive pricing. Of course, we wouldn't call the R5 a budget camera that was announced alongside a more affordable and slimmer version, the Canon R6, which is solid but doesn't deliver 8K. Still, the R5 is an attractive option for those pursuing 6K+, thanks to a stunning 4 to 5 megapixel full-frame sensor that records 8K RAW at up to 30 FPS. It can also capture 10-bit HDR stills and video for HDR display and is the spiritual successor to Canon's 5D series DSLR cameras. It's not a perfect camera, but we think it's an excellent and very competitive addition to the already crowded and competent field of high-resolution, full-frame mirrorless cameras. One of the earliest, and perhaps biggest, issues that have come up with these new cameras, more specifically for the higher-end R5, is the issue of overheating. Number 4. Fujifilm X-D4. The Fujifilm X-D4 is the company's latest high-end APS-C photo and video mirrorless camera. This one brings in-body stabilization, faster shooting, improved autofocus, and a bigger battery to the already highly capable X-D3. For us, the X-D4 is not only the best X-series model, but also the best APS-C camera on the market. This hybrid excels at both still and video photography with a flip-out touchscreen, 5-axis IBIS, eye-catching color science, and the ability to shoot 10-bit 4K footage at up to 60 FPS or full HD footage at up to 240 FPS, making it a great tool for vlogging and kind of serious filmmaking. The autofocus system can also track eyes and faces, although performance varies depending on the lens attached, and some of these AF setting is superior. The Fujifilm X-D4 has the same classic rectangular design and external exposure controls of previous Fujifilm X-series cameras. It's a paradox of modern camera design that it takes a mirrorless camera like this one to truly replicate the handling of a classic 35mm film SLR. Digital SLR are just too bulky. Number 3. Panasonic Lumix S1H. This one is a full-frame, mirrorless camera designed especially for videographers. It includes advanced video features such as 6K resolution, V-Log Gamma, video coverage, anamorphic support, and many small details that videographers will love. As a bonus, newly designed full-frame sensor, 24-megapixel full-frame MOS sensor offers a wide dynamic range and sharp natural expression at high sensitivity settings. The smallest and cheapest camera Netflix approved for the original production, the S1H is a very powerful full-frame model designed for demanding creators. Its dual native ISO offers the advantages of very high sensitivity for low-light shoots while suppressing noise levels, allowing the camera to switch from a standard sensitivity to a higher sensitivity with almost no noise degradation. Rugged mirrorless camera design. Dust, splash, freeze-resistant design withstands heavy field use under harsh conditions for high mobility. Number 2. The Sony Alpha 7s Mark III. The Sony Alpha 7s Mark III is the third iteration in the most video-focused A7 series full-frame camera. It's a native 4K camera with impressive video specs and a revised user interface. With a dynamic range of 15 stops and an expandable ISO of 40 to 409,600. Not to mention an effective in-body image stabilization system, this camera is capable of capturing beautiful-looking video in conditions that will fail most of its competitors. It's the 12-megapixel full-frame image sensor that sets the A7's Mark III apart from competing cameras. The 12-megapixel BSI design doesn't capture much detail, but it has a very wide ISO sensitivity range and controls noise better at high ISO than cameras with more pixels. Weighing in at 699 grams, it's very light considering all the technology packed inside. It also feels natural to hold in use, thanks to a nicely contoured grip and a wide range of logically placed manual controls. Number 1. The Panasonic Lumix GH6. The Panasonic Lumix GH6 is a flagship micro Four Thirds sensor mirrorless camera aimed at both videographers and still photographers. Successor to the popular GH5 and GH5 II cameras, this 2022 model now features up to 5.7K 60p 10-bit internal video. With unlimited recording and Apple Pro Res 422H2 support, a brand new 25.2 megapixel sensor with no low-pass filter, and the latest high-speed and high-performance Venus engine. The full-frame sensor may perform better in low light, but the more compact Micro Four Thirds setup allows the Panasonic GH6 to be smaller, lighter, and more affordable than its larger sibling. Smaller sensors can also be stabilized more effectively. Add a thoughtful design, superb handling, and a rugged magnesium alloy frame to the mix and form the GH6 as an attractive choice for videographers. There's so much to love about this camera, not just for its impressive list of internal specs, but in large part because of how well it handles. It's a utility tool for filmmakers who want to focus on making, rather than obsessing over resolution graphics where it shines or unrealistic AF scenarios where it doesn't.